Yeah.
All right, here's Jerry checking in from wherever the hell he's at.
What's up, you community? So since Steve and Larry need constant supervision, I'm checking in from the beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina to assure that this week's Inside the U is not lame and our one loyal listener out there is somewhat entertained. So let's start off by recapping our U Survivor from last week. Regrettably, both me and Larry came up short of the Mason-Dixon line and were unable to stay free from our first strike. I had the Koopas, who hid away in their shells and lost to the Grizzlies.
It is really nice hair.
And Larry went with the Malty Ducks, who couldn't quack their way to a win over the Bullfrogs, losing 4-2. Steve, of course, won this week with his cowardly Rusty pick, but now all three of us have one strike apiece. So even though I'll be back next week, I'm sticking with the Confederacy and going Militia over the always dangerous Rockets. Sorry, Shoop. Now, for the rest of this episode, I hope you guys aren't driving because the chances of you falling asleep are pretty high. As for you and Larry, Steve, this is the time I formally insist you guys suck it, you stupid idiots. Love you guys. Thanks for listening, and see you next week. Peace.
All right. I got to say, that's the most effort I've seen Jerry put into the pod in a while. But
Yeah, for sure.
what we'll do is we'll cut to the intro now, but we'll do our league up. We'll do our picks later on in the show. So,
All right. I can't believe he picked Militia over the Rockets.
that's what I picked. Or he picked Militia over the Rockets,
Mm-hmm.
and he won that. That is crazy. That is
no,
crazy.
No, he picked that for this upcoming week. He
Oh,
lost-
for this
he lost
upcoming week.
last
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough pick. We'll see. Rockets are. I have a feeling they're going to get hot after a tough loss to us. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Where is he checking in from?
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
I don't know what
He's catching it.
He was at the Canes game tonight, right?
Yeah, he's catching a little Hurricanes action tonight.
What's he doing down there
Yeah.
besides that?
I don't know. I have no idea. I think visiting family, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
He'll be for everyone else, he'll be checking in with us throughout the show. So maybe he'll give us a couple more insights as to what he's doing on this vacation. But
We got a special guest,
yeah, buddy.
Matty Martinez. He is our resident Flyers NHL expert. We wanted to bring him on for some fantasy hockey.
Experts used loosely.
You know
Well,
more
we
than
needed
that.
some back on Matty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about daily fantasy and some Flyers NHL stuff because I have some questions.
For sure. I do as well. I actually have a couple things that because this season's the most I've been tapped in for a while, and I've noticed a couple things that I was not expecting. Yeah, we'll get into that a little bit more.
I'm liking Nikki's commitment to the DFS league.
Yeah. Yep.
That-
It's a
what I
lot,
call it.
dude. I was telling, like, in our group message, I'm like, I had a DFS addiction for a while.
Yeah.
About it would have probably been like 3 years ago, and like I was going on like YouTube and trying to learn to stack lines, and I was going down
Like an
this
art to
rabbit
it.
Stacking
hole.
lines. I love that.
Stacking lines.
Yeah.
I was going down this rabbit hole of DFS where I'd hit it hard and win big for a night, and then I'd go blank for a solid 3 weeks.
I mean, like,
Fucking
there's only
loser.
so much you can do, I feel
was-
like. It's so freaking random. I mean, not random, but like, this goes for anything. It's not just daily fantasy. Anytime you're like trying to predict the outcome of something that's completely out of your control, like there's so much randomness to it that you're gonna go hot, you're gonna go cold, like just like the players on the ice are. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough.
So, like, it's so different, like, the DFS compared to the season long. Like, it's completely
Yeah, sure.
different. Like, strategy, how you draft, how you're picking
Right.
your players that day.
That makes sense.
when I pick, I look to see who plays back to back, because and then I look to see did they win that back to back.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would check lines, money lines. I check over under lines. Who gets? I would go on. And I think somebody put it in the group chat where it was it was daily fantasy, where they basically give you the updated lines for that day. So I'm like, I don't pick my lineup when I play till after about 3:00, till I know one who's starting goalie.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, we picked the goalie and he's not starting that night. So I know who's starting and I know the line combination, who's on the first power play. Somebody's hurt. A good example would be,
that's some research right there, baby.
Oh, dude, it's people don't realize.
As far as not to cut you off real quick, before we're gonna dive into this a little bit more, but make sure you all are subscribed with that UHL Hockey on here and Instagram. Grab all the updates around the league. Grab updates on the show. Tonight we're gonna basically go through what we just started with this conversation. We're gonna do our typical league updates. We have a giveaway wrapping up and a lot more. But first, like I said, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you follow for all the updates around the U. But anyway, yeah, Matty. I'll tell you what. The one thing I have been doing is checking the over-unders and the money line. The money line shifts to see who has basically what I've been doing is checking to see who has the advantage on the money line, and then trying to identify over unders. So what games are leaning over, and then trying to find the most consistent players from there, basically.
Right.
And then the opposite for goalies, because goalies, I think the getting the win is the most important stat, right?
So it depends. So you can score sometimes more if you face a team that's a high volume shot team, so you get more saves, but you'll take the loss. Versus your defense in front of you, you're facing a low volume shot, but you get a win. You'll get more points based off the value of saves that you have. So it really depends on who you play.
Yeah, I got you. But is it safer to go for hopefully a low volume shot, but a higher percent of the win, or
it depends. It depends on who you're playing. Today, I stayed away from there was somebody I forget. I stayed away from the Blues. It was Binnington. I stayed away because their power play their penalty kill is so bad.
Right.
I wouldn't even touch them. And they're playing somebody with a high volume shot count, so the chances are that.
Who are they playing? They were playing Buffalo.
I think so, and
they're one of the surprises that I wanted to bring up too. Buffalo.
And I think I picked up Thompson and put him in my lineup just because of that. But there's a lot of strategy to it. But if you watch, they have the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday slates are when they put when FanDuel and DraftKings will put their big slates up, because it's the highest volume games,
right?
So they'll get the most amount of people. After they do that, you can submit your line, and then you could redraft another line and submit that line, and redraft another line and submit that line as much as you want.
Right. Yeah.
Basically, you're playing on the odds that one of those lines that you submit will hit.
Yeah, exactly. And this is after you identify games that you like in particular.
Yeah. Exactly. But I focus heavy on back-to-back and who won the back-to-back.
I'm with that. I'm with that.
If you get the Sharks and they played last night, and I immediately went on today to see if they played today, because I'm they're not going to win 2 games in a row. So
so you're looking for teams that have won off the back-to-back to fade them, basically.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
I honestly, it makes sense to me because number one, I don't know how these guys do it. Go on a back-to-back, travel however long they need to travel after the game that night, go to the hotel. They wake up the next day and they're on the ice probably immediately. I don't know how they do it. You can tell if you watch and so you can tell if you watch, they fade out towards the towards the end of
Especially if
games.
you're
And
a
I'm like,
home
that's
and
so
road.
relatable. Yeah,
Especially
exactly.
if you're a home and road. And even if it's not far, you know, if you're, you know, Flyers play at Philly here, and then next night they're playing away in Pittsburgh.
Right.
The travel still gets you because you still have to leave.
Yeah,
after that second
exactly.
game. They said the biggest money game is to take whoever's playing against the Vegas Golden Knights after New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
They're
that's
out
true.
partying.
Dude,
Yeah.
for real. I like, and not only that, but like they literally just played a full hockey game like
Oh, yeah.
the day before. You know what I'm saying? Like that takes a lot out of you. You know, they're not playing men's league out there. You know, but
Hey.
for real, man, they go in like every shift. Every shift, they're depleting themselves. You know, so no, that's interesting.
I've never played daily hockey, so I've only played daily fantasy football, just like
Yeah.
on a Sunday,
Yeah.
maybe in Monday, and I've played like the long season, long format fantasy hockey. So I didn't even all these things that you're saying, never once considered those.
Yeah, well, dude, you know how it goes. Because FanDuel's cool. FanDuel has like the guru. You can kind of go on there. They'll give you some like pointers and stuff, which I think is pretty cool because everyone can kind of like, you know, at the end of the day, there's some people are going to put in a little bit more research than others, but like at the end of the day, if you want to just participate, hop on. It takes you a minute and a half to go pick a lineup, and then after that, you know, if you want to, you know, dive in a little bit more, you can always edit your lineup too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I used the guru and I came in dead last by like 30 points. So I know it's a trap. Like I see.
I
it,
like
but
I
I'm doing
what
it in,
I've
like,
been
10
doing
seconds.
is what I've been doing is like what we just talked about. Like I've been looking at some of the money lines and trying to follow games that have certain signals, I guess, and then basically I'll pick a couple guys and then I'll use the guru for the rest or whatever. Like I'll try to identify a goalie and a couple guys I like, and then I'll use the guru for the rest. So, but Steve's strategy is picking just names he knows, so he's limited to like 20
I'm
guys.
out, dude. Like I just like the other night, I was like, damn, I don't know any of these guys. I like ran out of guys to pick.
Well, I'll try to line stack the guys. Like when Brady Tkachuk went down, like Giroux went from second line to first line,
Mm-hmm.
and then he went from second power play to first power play. So, and you could get him at a value pick. So he may have not been
That's
producing
interesting.
much, but he'll at least get the opportunities when he goes, you know, from that second power play to first power play, because you're getting another 45 seconds on each power play. And assuming you get a team that, you know, then you look at, oh, they play, I don't know, we'll use the Sharks. They play the Sharks, who are the most penalized team in the league. Then you're hoping that he gets those more opportunities on that first power play to capitalize where you're getting those points. And then you may line stack that. Be like, oh, I'm going to go with Giroux. I'll stack him with Pinto as a center. And then for defense, I'll go with Jake Sanderson. So
Yeah.
you line stack them three together and put them in your lineup.
Now, does it tell you? Now, does it tell you? Does it tell you what like? Does it tell you what line they're on? Is that what that number is?
Yeah, it says
If
it
you
on.
go on
Oh, it does.
dailyfaceball.com, yes, it'll give you that lineup for that day. So that's why I said, like when I wrote in our group message, I'm like, I won't pick the my
Right.
lineup till after 2-3 because they look at the morning skate, and the morning skate gives your line combinations. So generally, they're going to stay with those line combinations for that day,
Yeah. Sheesh.
and that's where you get your.
I think they do on FanDuel too. I think these they have little numbers in here that are they give you a lot of stuff.
will, but I don't
They're
know
updated.
how accurate FanDuel
Right.
is with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you there because I don't like how you can actually like you can pick a goalie who's not playing, which I think to me that's kind of silly. But you know,
So
Yeah, did it.
FanDuel can give you, like, usually FanDuel, I think, I don't want to be quoted on this, but like FanDuel gives you basically what they did last game, where they've been, but I don't think it gives you the updated
yeah.
daily phase. Will give you like that day. It'll even timestamp it when the line combinations were sent out.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So you
then
have a better
yeah.
idea.
The only thing on FanDuel is you can look at the news, like sometimes they'll have like a little red news blip and it'll say that they're starting
Correct.
tonight. Yeah.
Right.
And then,
Yeah.
gets-
Yeah.
It gets
Or they're-
frustrating really fast.
Yeah, it does. it's interesting because like I said, I've been like I said, I've been kind of looking for different like edges based off of like basically the betting odds. But the betting odds, you can kind of identify like where like people are leaning towards as far as like who has the advantage in the game. And there was like a sweet spot, like I guess maybe the second week and a little bit longer into the season where like they were just not missing. And like I was kind of on fire with those picks, but like that kind of faded off. And it just feels like as the season goes on, like more and more variance is like,
like
is
you wish you could
injected,
give
and
him
it's just like, yeah, what's that?
Like you wish you could give him a pep talk, like you fucking losers, like
I know,
like the daily fantasy team.
Well, what discouraged me like the other night, I've been like riding the Ducks. For whatever reason, the Ducks have been like crazy hot, and I've been taking a couple like I picked them in my daily fantasy lineups a couple times, like Leo Carlson. Even I hate to say it, but it was Gauthier. Gauthier gets like 3 shots a game. He's got 12 points in 10 games. Leo Carlson gets a point every single game, and they have defensemen who take multiple shots and get multiple points a game as well. So I don't know. And then of course I took a little like parlay with them, and like Leo Carlson like got his first game without getting a point in the entire season. I'm like, all right, well there goes my hot streak.
Then you hold a personal vendetta against Leo Carlson.
Yep, exactly. So now I'm like, all right, I guess I'll get off the Ducks.
But remember, you look at it as like, if they're hot and then they have a cold game, the next game they're due.
Yeah,
like
that's true. Or they're cooling off and they're going on a cold spell.
Kucherov went, he was a point a game through the whole season. 2 games ago on Tuesday night he went pointless. Tonight he's not going to go pointless. So he's guaranteed to get you some points.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
And if they're playing somebody shit,
that's another thing too. Because I noticed like Tampa Bay's been involved in a lot of like, I don't know if the scores have really reflected it, but from my perspective, like they were kind of like involved in a lot of low scoring games. I don't know if that's kind of held up, but I haven't really picked too many bolts.
They struggled a little bit. Vasilevskiy hasn't been Vasilevskiy, and you kind of wonder if age is coming for him.
Right.
It seems like that is going to happen. Like the Panthers, you wonder if Bobrovsky, if age is starting to come to him. They haven't played very well either.
They're playing a lot of hockey too, especially.
They played a lot of hockey the past years, but Kachuk's hurt, Barkov's hurt. You have your 2 top 3 players hurt. I mean, that would hurt anybody. But the defense is still solid back there. Ekblad's playing healthy, but Ekblad, he's another one. He's he's probably lost a step as well. He's older, and these guys have been playing into, I guess, mid-June now for the past 2 years. I mean, that's a lot of hockey. That's a lot of beating up the body.
It's 3 years for them, right?
Right.
They
versus
lost.
like our Flyers, who are done in the middle of April.
They got a lot of time to rest up.
They have a lot of time to rest up. I'm assuming Florida's in that position. Not to pivot off the DFS, but Florida's in that position. They're like more like, once we get in, we'll be fine.
Right.
But it's just we're playing just to get in. We don't really, you're not really caring where you finish.
Yeah,
that's funny. That's funny you say that. I think they've earned the right to do that. But me and my buddy were having this hilarious argument because the NBA, as you know, is quite different. Where they are like literally resting guys, and they're just trying to make the playoffs because from there they know. And I'm like, dude, hockey's so much different because every guy on the ice has like 5 guys behind him who are trying to take his job, and like. I'm like, the NBA is like, there's like 300 guys in the world who can play in the NBA. Like the NHL, it's just constant competition, and it's also different. Like you're not really allowed to just not play, or not allowed to like not give it your all because it gets policed out, And it's like
they're constantly pushed.
The Panthers have. My point was the Panthers, I think, have earned that a little bit. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Especially, I'm like, once these guys get older, Kachuk's been hurt. Like people don't realize since
I know it's crazy.
4 Nations, he's been hurt. He came back. He played in the playoffs, and he was hurt then.
Yeah,
right.
He's then had the surgery after. He hasn't played yet, and I'm sure he's trying to rush back for the Olympics. I'm sure that's the whole goal is to get him back by the Olympics. Barkov, I don't think is going to be back until maybe the playoffs. They're saying, and dude, Kachuk is like that, like Captain America. He's going to drag them into the fight.
Yeah,
like he really is. He really he's a fucking burner, man. If he happens to be out for Team USA, like that's gonna really hurt them.
Yeah,
the Olympics are the Winter Olympics are this year.
Yeah.
Is it in LA?
We could do a February preview.
No.
Where is it?
Oh, we will. That's Milan, I think.
It's in
right?
Italy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, LA is next summer, I think, or 2 summers from now.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of
Hell
fun
yeah,
to
we'll
watch.
for you.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Do you think it's still like a U.S. Canada thing, or is it U.S.?
Unfortunately, I'd love to see Russia because I think Russia could put together a really good team.
They're gonna be in it.
I
right?
do think it's still. I still think it's USA Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know. Like sometimes those guys can come out of that and they shit bad.
Yeah.
Like USA Canada, I feel is neck and neck. I think goaltending is the real big difference in that. Canada, like does Carter Hart play? I don't know.
Who's the goalie for
Yeah,
US?
true.
Aiden Hill. The U.S. has with Ottinger and Hellebuck. I would imagine is going to do it. Is going to be their number one, but Hellebuck stunk in the playoffs.
Right.
So and he during the 4 Nations, some people didn't think he played all that great. So, but the U.S. is much stronger in the back end than Canada.
So I take it they're not doing the 4 Nations because of the Olympics, right?
No. The 4 Nations is. I think that was a one-off. I imagine.
Okay.
So they're saying they're going to do World Cup of Hockey in 2028.
Oh, okay.
And they're going to add. I think they're looking to add another team or two, but I think it's really depends on where Russia's going. Like what happens with Russia.
Okay.
Right.
But they won't. Russia's not going. I don't think it's going to be the Olympics at all. They're
Really?
saying that they could do
Again?
They did it. I guess when they had an issue before of we're not from Russia, but they're Russian players, and they put a team together that
I
way.
remember
Because
that.
this would be it for Ovechkin. Either he's on here or he's not. He's not going to play.
Yeah.
In 4 more years.
Right.
So
Yeah, I forget what that was when they didn't have Russia.
I
What was
don't remember what they called it for the Olympics.
Wasn't it like
the
IIHF or
athletes
something?
of Russia or something?
Yeah. It was something weird. I
It's
remember
something
that.
very odd, but I don't know what they're going to do. But it's obvious it's not going to be cleared out by this year.
Yeah.
So why are they not playing? What's their deal? Like,
I think the Olympics have sanctioned Russia out, but international hockey, the IIHF has sanctioned them out.
Right.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
I know it's insane. It's insane how long it's been. Matty, give us your concise few tips for DFS. Someone who's Coach Steve for a minute. Concise.
I won't do any of it, but you can.
Yeah,
what's
so
the
Steve doesn't know anybody, and he's not investing a lot of effort. So give him a few tips.
Yeah.
So it's so funny. Like the first night, we did it. Like my team went on a wagon for a 203 point night, and then the next night I do 75.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was like, Matty fell off. Damn.
Yeah, I came in second.
So, and it's funny because I entered that team into one of the small. It was like a $4 game,
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up winning $12 out of it. But I'm like, I made you make your money back plus some, but I just do it more just because it's keeps it entertaining.
It's like anything else.
And so I have the hockey package for my son, and he likes to watch all the different games on. So how I would put it down is you focus on line stacking is the most important part.
That's crazy because I would never not have thought that.
Line stacking of the same
line
team.
Stacking is so important. Today, I picked. Of course, they're looking like shit because I figured they would run over Nashville. But I've been line stacking the Flyers because they've been playing pretty well.
Yeah.
Vladdy's been doing really well. So I picked him in goal. Michkov, I think, is we'll do that in my Flyer segment because
we'll get to that in a second.
They handle him, pisses me off. But Zegras has been a monster, so I stacked him with York, who's been playing well. He's on the first power play, first line defense, so you can get him at a value price. And somebody like Dvorak, he'll give you a fourth line price, but he's playing first line minutes.
Okay.
And he's playing power play. So like those guys, you say, oh, that's a value play. You line stack them. And basically you're hoping for the win or a lot of shots against in your goalie.
Okay.
And
so goalie, yeah. Gotcha.
So I try to focus. I try not to spread. Like you don't want to just. I would never go in and say, "Hey, I'm going to pick one guy from Ottawa, and then I'm going to pick one guy from Buffalo, and then I'm going to pick one guy from the Oilers."
That's literally what I do, except for
really. That's. I mean, dude. That's. Yeah.
Dude, honestly, you know what my strategy is lately? Is just trying to fit the salary requirements, dude.
But the best names you can find.
I had like $200 left on one. I was like, all right, I got to start stripping it down.
One of the biggest things is they'll tell you, don't be afraid to leave money on the board.
Yeah, that's true.
Because people are like, oh, I have $800. I should. Your line stack is more important than the money.
Line stacking, huh? That's
stacking.
Interesting.
You're giving it up now. I'm going to start winning.
That's interesting.
So you go off like DFO. They'll tell you the daily face-off, and you look at the lines. So because you may get a guy, like I'll get my example, like Tony DeAngelo, he'll play third line minutes, but he's on first line power play.
Right.
Or he'll be on, if Matthew Schaefer's hurt or something, he bumps up to maybe the second pair defenseman or first pair, depending on who they're playing. So he's going to up his minutes, but you'll get him at third pair value for daily fantasy.
Right.
So,
I make
that's
sure
interesting.
I spend every dollar. I never have any money left.
Well, dude, that is
your goaltending.
Yeah, because every goal can produce, up to 3 points or whatever. So if you're stacked right, that's interesting. Okay, line stacking, like hot teams with favorable matchups, and then goalies you want.
Always go hot. Go hot teams. Bounce back teams like
yeah.
With the way the Penguins were playing very well.
Bounce back teams.
One game, that's who I would hammer.
Bounce back teams, and then teams playing someone on a back to back too.
Someone on a back to back. There are people
Okay.
I'm like, there is a science to it. I'm still
I know. Yeah,
there's a science to it.
Yeah. That's interesting. And then how do you without going into crazy in-depth research, do you just pick good goalies, or is it the same approach but
my same approach? I automatically look at who played last night.
Okay.
One of the things and I try to see who was the starter the night before and who's the backup the night, because the backup could be depending. You get a real good team. We'll say who's playing well. We'll say the Capitals are playing very well.
Right.
They lost Friday night. They play Saturday night. Their starter played more than likely play Friday night. Your backup will play Saturday night. They're due for a win Saturday, and you can get that backup goalie at a very good price.
Okay, yeah.
Knowing that they'll probably bounce back and get a win off of that. And you get him for a price, and you use the rest of that money into your lineup.
Steve's coming for you, Matty. He's coming for you.
Oh, now I get it, dude.
Yeah.
I would tell Nikki, I'm like, I would like to we should do a year-long fantasy.
Oh, I would love that, yeah.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
We'll do that.
And everything?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah,
I think we should do
draft. We do it at Steve's house and wake the kids up.
I'll tell you what. I think we should do that. And what I was gonna say is, if you want to join us on this, this is for all you listeners out there. If you want to join us in this daily fantasy tirade, we have spots open. You can use the link in our description. It's basically gonna be a week to week. We're gonna have sponsored prize pools on a week to week basis, so it's free to play. win a few bucks, if you will. But the main thing is we're going to be working towards it's not a season long league, but there's going to be standings throughout the season, and what we're going to do is we're going to end up having a playoff run for a grand prize. Okay, so the week to week sponsor pools will be smaller, but the grand prize might be, you know, a stick or you know, just a larger prize, if you will. And then perhaps from there we'll spin off and maybe look into some season long stuff next season. We'll see if we can get into it.
I played season long fantasy hockey, I had Henrik Lundqvist was my goalie. So when he was like stud,
yeah.
So like he was like a first rounder.
My last one was the COVID year.
Oh.
And I was winning. I was in first place that year, and then once they just cut it, they Yahoo just grant a crown.
Damn.
Jesus.
But I said I didn't feel like I earned it because I didn't go through playoffs or anything like that.
Yeah.
Right.
They just like the season cut, so they just worked it. And also, if anybody's playing Saturday, make sure you get your lineups in early because the game started at like 1:00.
Yeah.
So it's you like people forget. I'm like, it's not all 7:00 games. A lot of them's
right.
3, 4. So you get the lineups in.
Yeah, but so what we'll do is we'll jump into a little bit of Flyers stuff. First, like I said, we have spots open for this daily fantasy competition. Make sure you check out the link in the description. Open to all you listeners out there. Make sure you just hit that link and join us if you're interested. Free to play, free to enter. Fun group of guys, and we'll get it rolling. So let's do before. What's that?
I got a whole list of questions.
Enjoy the group chat the most.
Yeah, and it's only gonna get better. Trust me, the group chat will get better. Steve, before you jump into your questions, I'm dying to see what Jerry has to say in his first little check-in here, because me and Steve haven't watched these, and Jerry decided to send us some clips from his trip. So let's see what he's got to say in number one. If you got it.
Loading, I guess.
It's there. Loading.
All right, this is Jerry the Greek checking in live on location. We're at Hemlock Bluff Trails. The last clip was, let's just say, a little scripted, kind of boring, but it was official U business, so we had to get that done. Now I'm a little off the cuff, a little raw, Jerry the Greek. That's what you get. So we're out here, we're walking with the family, we're doing some hiking. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend you guys, taking on nature, enjoying it, get out of the city life where you guys are right now. But just wanted to check in again. Wish you guys the best, having a great time. And Steve and Larry, you guys can still suck it.
I don't know why these are cracking me up. I'm just like
the city life.
Yeah. Hold on. I already forget where he said was it Hap Block or something?
Something Bluffs.
Is he on a hike? He's hiking?
Yeah, weird.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. All right, he's got a couple more for us, but let's get into you got questions for Matty on the Flyers, because
I got a lot. I got questions.
I'll tell you what, everyone's so down on them. Sorry, everyone's so down on them. Like, I kind of have a little bit of a
been down years.
Yeah, I have a kind of little optimistic feeling. But Steve, you can start us off.
So anybody who's close to me knows I was a huge Flyers fan, and they just broke my heart into a million pieces too many times over 20-something years. So I just completely detached from them completely. Once I really did, honestly. Like, I bet you I didn't watch. There's at least 2 seasons where I probably didn't watch a single game because I was just in protest. But yeah, when they hired. I don't know if Matty remembers, but we were in the group chat. I don't know if you paid attention, but I called for them to hire Danny Brière as GM at least 2 years before they did. Because I was really big on former players being GMs because they just have they're a little bit more in touch with what's going on, and I feel like they're better at building teams, like Yzerman and Sakic. Like, these guys, they do a great job, right? So I called for Danny Brière. I called for Mark Recchi too. I don't know. Doesn't even want to do it, but like I called for Mark Recchi. But yeah, Danny Brière. So my question to Matty is the Danny Brière, Keith Jones era so far. Give them a grade A to F.
I will right now. So a GM is very hard to grade early. Like they give the GM awards, but they shouldn't give that award for like 5 years for after you make the moves, because sometimes what you do really doesn't. You don't see the effects of it until 5 years after,
especially in hockey, especially
in hockey.
Yeah.
Because you see like what Chuck Fletcher has done, like it's really hurt them. Like it's hurt them.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Because a lot of times you're spending time trying to get out of contracts that you signed that weren't good, the draft picks that weren't good, certain selections that like that are questionable, especially when the fan base has like everybody becomes a draft expert.
Hindsight.
Even though like they'll draft a guy like you never heard of, and you're like, oh, he sucks.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can see, they'll make a pick, and you're like, oh, I wouldn't have picked him, and sometimes that does end up correct, like, like Fletcher. I would have buried Fletcher more when he drafted York over Caulfield, and then he flipped that pick and ended up drafting Brink in the first round, but it was late in the first round. Like I was one of the first people, and I'm like, I was totally against Brink, and right now I'm like, this year I'm eating crow with it because he's been really, really good.
Yeah.
He's really, like, his skating has 1,000% improved. He's gotten much stronger on the puck. He's probably their most aggressive forward. As far as like getting into the corners, especially for a guy that's maybe 5'9", soaking wet, 160 pounds. He really digs, and I was against that. But I did like York, but I still like, I felt that Caulfield was, that you should have drafted Caulfield. They didn't draft him because of his size. They were afraid of his size.
Yeah, everyone's small now.
Caulfield's a stud this year.
Yeah.
Like he is a stud.
I was going to say Caulfield's a stud, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's still a stud. But with the way Brink's been playing now, it takes the sting away from that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the Gauthier thing, like without being there, it's hard to grade Brière on that. I thought that, one of the first things they were like Gauthier was a Fletcher pick, which I was fine with the pick at the time. I thought a lot of people wanted David Jiricek because he went right after, but Gauthier was fine. So they knew that he was going to do 1 year of college, and then they basically wanted to sign his ELC after that. Brière, Jonesy didn't seem that they didn't want him to sign his ELC. They wanted to do another year of college. I think it seemed to be that's where the issue was, and he forced his way out. Yeah. So whose fault was that? We don't know.
What did you say was the issue on that? What?
So Gauthier was signed. He did his 1 year of college.
Right.
And then after he wanted to sign his ELC, basically he wanted to turn pro. So he would have signed his ELC, and he would have foregone his year of college, his college career.
Right.
So he'd been done playing college, and he would have signed and basically been put right into the Flyers lineup.
Yeah.
The belief was that Brière and Jonesy wanted him to do another year in college. So whether they felt Torts didn't want him, we don't know. And we will probably never know.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad. Okay.
So,
I thought I missed something with that, but
so some people say, "Oh, you don't want to play here." Well, it seemed like he did kind of want to play here. He wanted to sign. Mm-hmm. So when they had their development camp in June of the year when he was supposed to sign, he didn't show up, and there was red flags with that because all players, they all show up. Like unless there's an injury, you're going to show up. You're a kid.
Yeah.
And then people were like, "Oh no, there's no issue. There's no issue." Well, apparently there clearly was an issue, and he ended up forcing his way out. They went out, and then they sent him for Drysdale, which
looks good now. Looks pretty good.
Drysdale
now.
looks. Yeah,
I like Drysdale. I
like Jamie Drysdale, even when he was with Anaheim. I always like Drysdale. The problem is he gets hurt.
Mhm.
Yeah, he seems like
He wasn't
he's
healthy
small,
even when
right?
he was traded here. He wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
But he looks really good right now. He's strong on a puck. He's the best skating defenseman on the blue line, but he's not going to be that guy who's going to muscle you off the puck. He kind of needs to be let go, run a power play, and I think he can.
I mean, he's a smaller guy, right?
He is.
Right? Okay.
Which I think that's why because I feel like a lot of this stuff will snowball, which is why they didn't draft like Bulliam last year. They drafted Lushenko because they didn't want to go with a smaller defenseman because they felt like they had too many small defensemen.
That makes sense.
But Drysdale, he looked good. I like him now. I like him. I don't like him as a 1-2 defenseman. I like him as a 3-4.
Gotcha.
I like him on a power play. He reads a play well. Like, he is their best, smoothest skating defenseman. I said, if you want to,
I like watching him play. Yeah.
I tell my son, I said, watch him skate. I said, watch Jamie Drysdale skate. It is very fluid, very smooth.
Yeah.
He's not going to win corner battles. That like you have to know. People don't like. You can't have an expectation he's going to muscle. He's not going to run you over in a corner. He's got to put his stick in passing lanes, use his anticipation, and read the play, and that's how. That's when he's effective. But he's also got to be healthy. And so far he's done that. He's played well. I think he's been played very, very well.
Yeah.
So we have a good grade, or it's like the jury's out.
A through F.
C.
All right.
Okay,
So,
that's fair. It's been what, 2 years or 3 years?
So I like the because I don't think I thought the couple deals that he made were good. Like the Zegras deal is just, I mean that now it's a fleece.
Yeah,
that's a fleece. I think there's more to that. I think Zegras. I remember last year the asking price for him was a first rounder, and I was on my way to Virginia. My brother-in-law texted me. He's like, "Oh, Flyers got Zegras." I'm like, "Oh shit! Like, what did Brière pay for him?"
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, "Oh, I know I was going to be pissed." I'm like, "I was probably our 26th first." Which I'm like still expecting to be a lottery pick, and I'm like that's stupid. He goes, "Oh, it's a fourth impaling." I was like, "No," I said, "It can't be a fourth impaling." I said, "There's no."
Damn. Yeah. Sense. Holy shit.
And it was a fourth impaling, and I think a lot of it was he had kind of worn out his welcome in Anaheim. I think that Quenneville, because he got moved right after Quenneville had just got hired, and I'm assuming, this is on my only speculation, is that Quenneville probably didn't want to, wasn't happy with his defensive play, and kind of was like, I want kind of bring my guys in here.
Yeah, switch up a little bit.
One of my guys.
Yeah.
Well, Anaheim's they've been bad, right?
But they've been a lot better now. They've been playing well this year.
Oh, I know they've been good this year. I meant before they moved Zegras, they kind of want to switch up the culture a little bit. Yeah.
Zegras didn't want to play wing, right? He wanted to play center.
So he was playing wing. I'm still not convinced he's a center. I still think he's a left winger. Some people push back on that. I don't even look at it as a face-off because he's not a good face-off guy. Because you kind of have to have somebody, if you're going to put him at a first-line center, you have to have somebody there that can win a face-off for him if need be. But the Avalanche won a Stanley Cup being the worst face-off team in the NHL. So I think we kind of overvalue face-offs a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think and Zegras isn't a bad defender. And it's not like he's not trying. Like, he's not coasting, and that's not even putting any effort in. He just doesn't anticipate defense. Like, he anticipates offense.
Gotcha.
And when you're on the wing, he's playing left wing, like the defensive responsibility is off of you. Mm-hmm. And, he scored most of his points this year on the power play, playing on the half board.
Okay.
So I am still, I think he's a left winger. Anaheim also thought he was a left winger. They didn't want him at center because they didn't want defensive responsibility on him.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of with that. I think they should probably, but I don't have a problem with them moving him to center. Like he's, it's the best you got kind of right now.
Right,
for
right.
sure. All right, so are they still in a rebuild, or are they in a trying to compete part of the rebuild?
So I think Brière's going to try to come out of this because he can't. If the wheels fell off today, he could say, "Hey, listen, we're still in a rebuild. Fine, the fans will buy it." If you loft up today, maybe you compete for a playoff spot, you miss out. Okay, we're rebuilding it, but next year, like the fans are going to expect you to make the playoffs. They're gonna expect it. Like they're gonna say, like, listen, this is now going on to your 4th year or whatever it is. You can't just say, well, we're gonna bring it back down. You've had your years where you brought it down. As far as your team is allowed, you drafted Michkov, you drafted Luchenko.
Go get Zegras.
We drafted Martone. You went and got Zegras. So now the fans are going to expect you to start bringing this up. If you don't, like, Philly fans get very impatient. So
I think everyone's there. I mean, I feel like I don't know. I guess
Yeah, I think it's because, well, especially with the Flyers, because everyone wants a Stanley Cup so bad. I probably would say that they want a Stanley Cup more than anything else. Only because I think everyone
It's up
truly
there.
knows that it's the hardest one. And it's been the longest, right? So you obviously want that too. Do they?
It has been.
So I know that they had some salary free up. Is their salary cap situation much better now?
there's a lot of cap, but cap only has value for what you're going to do with it.
Yeah.
So you would say don't blindly just spend money just to spend it. If you have flexibility, you can take flexibility to, I look at a player like Ryan, like who's playing today, who scored actually today, Ryan O'Reilly, like from the Predators. I think he's got 2 years left and a manageable cap space of $4 million. You could probably get him if Nashville decides that we're going to bring this back, we're going to bring this down. Flyers are like, hey, I think we're going to bring this up. We need a center. There's really nothing else available. He would come in and automatically be your first line center. He's a little older, fine. You only have him for 2 years. You see, maybe he can squeak into the playoffs. You can manage that cap space.
Mm-hmm.
If Brière says, no, I'm not going to do that, you look for somebody that's, I'm going to salary dump for a pick. You bring the pick on. They send you a pick to eat salary in a third deal in a trade, or even if they trade you a player that once, cost $5-6 million, maybe Dallas shits the bed, Jamie Benn, who has a massive salary hit, you take on his salary.
Mm-hmm.
But say, hey, I'm only taking on salary, but for his salary, I want a 2nd-round pick, I want a 3rd-round pick.
Yeah.
So it depends how you weaponize your salary. But I would imagine Brière's going to, if he's trying to lift this off the ground, he's going to try to weaponize it to bring in something.
Yeah. So if they're in a
the free
playoff,
agent class next year doesn't look good.
yeah.
Everybody's signed off. Does he throw a flyer at Malkin? I don't know, for a year to get a center, maybe. I don't know what he would be thinking. I mean, they could easily afford him.
Don't do
That's
it.
crazy.
So
I thought he was done, Malcolm.
So if they're,
He's playing really good this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing really good this year.
So if they're close to a playoff spot, if not in a playoff spot, are they buyers or sellers at that point?
It's too early. It's too early to tell.
Even if they're on the bubble, if they're right there.
No, I would not say they're buyers because I don't know if they really believe that even if you added 1-2 players that they would make a deeper run.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Because their center depth is still not good.
That was one of my questions. Was the center is a problem? It's a problem.
It's a problem.
And, what
What's I said? You bring a guy like Ryan O'Reilly, and that's just like I'm throwing that name out there because that would kind of make reasonable sense.
Right.
If Nashville, who's kind of spiraling down, Ryan O'Reilly's like he's a leader, he's a good player.
He's a Philly. He would be a good Philly guy.
He'd be a good Philly guy, and he'd automatically plug in as your number 1 center.
Yep.
So, and you kind of I was listening on Locked On Flyers, and they made a great point. It's like you kind of bridge until you maybe think Luchenko is ready, and it kind of gives him 2 years, so it doesn't put pressure on him to where he's saying, "Oh, I gotta plug Luchenko into the lineup because we don't have any centers."
Yeah.
So it helps his development as well. But they still need help defensively, even though their defense has played well. They still need an anchor back there on defense. Where they get that, I really don't know.
All right, I got some fun NHL questions. Predict the next expansion team.
Atlanta.
You think so?
Ooh.
Are they
Yep.
going to be the Thrashers again?
I think they're going to get it.
They built
I
a
don't know
stadium.
their name. I
Or
don't
they
know
built
what
an
they'll
arena,
be, but
right?
I would say Atlanta, Houston. You could probably toss them with each other. I don't know who would get it first.
Kansas City.
I don't know. I would say Atlanta, Houston, probably Phoenix. I think because I think they said they want to go back there.
Oh, really? They're trying
And a
again.
long shot would be Quebec.
Quebec. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a Canadian dollar though, because they always say they don't really make money in Quebec because of the dollar,
Mm-hmm.
but it would draw. But I
Yeah.
think your next one you'll see. I think this seems to be the big push, like what
I
they
heard
say
Atlanta,
is
yeah.
Atlanta.
Damn, that'd be cool.
Which era is your favorite? Because we have this argument on the podcast a lot. Which,
Late 90s.
Late 90s?
Oh,
Man,
God.
I'm right in the middle between that and now. So,
What's how do you feel about the era of hockey now?
I love it right now. Like it's so fast. Like I said,
Yeah.
like, dude, these kids. Like I said, I'm like I watch these kids. I'm like they're better. Like my son, like he outskates me. Not that that's hard, but like
Yeah.
dude, their edge work with these kids, and it's just their edge work, their stick handling, their shots, dude. Like we were using these Easton wood sticks, and they got these sticks that like they bend like rubber bands, don't break, and these kids to snap these shots. It's making the game a lot more fun. I was always a big I always liked the physicality of hockey. I think that has definitely dwindled.
Yeah.
But I think the end of it of like we're getting these kids that are just so much faster and skilled that the payoff is worth it in the end. Right
Right.
now is a good time. But that said, like the 90s, like where it was like Tocchet, Lindros, Leclerc,
yeah.
like that was fun. That was a good time for me.
Power forwards.
That was a good
Yeah.
time for me.
Just running people over.
I just,
Yeah.
I honestly, Steve, I always say like that, like I, when the Blackhawks and the Kings and the Red Wings, like I guess what was it, early 2010s or like mid 2010s?
I'd say the 10s.
Yeah.
The decade.
Like that to me was the perfect
mix.
blend. Yeah, perfect blend. Like there was still like power forwards, like physicality, and then you had like Patty Kane, and and like, you know what I'm saying. So I think that was
He still
definitely my
can play.
favorite era.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
right.
Still can play.
But yeah, I just love it. Like right now, I feel like I can watch any game in the regular season and be like in awe of like what they're capable of. It's just a very it's just like crazy skill, like top to bottom. You know what I mean? So
Well,
I
I
don't
just
know.
like if you watch these guys in practice, like
Yeah, exactly.
what they can do with a puck, like is insane.
Yeah, no,
Like it's really incredible.
yeah, they're playing a whole
Um,
different game.
I read today that they're going to switch to an 84 game season. Is that true?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. The
like
only
that.
thing that concerns me,
What was that?
the one thing that concerned me, and Larry said it earlier, and he was like, how we don't have what do they call it in basketball? Like where they rest the guys.
Like a rest. Like,
Load management. Load management.
Load
Yeah.
management.
Load management, yes.
Yeah.
And one of the insider brought that up and they said, would guys like Austin Matthews, who plays 70 games, 60 games a year, because he's constantly hurt, would they start implementing load management?
God
that.
damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think.
Because
For
people are
guys like
well,
him,
the guys
mate,
are like,
I can
I just
see
don't
it.
want guys to get hurt.
Yeah. For guys like him, I can see it. But like the NBA, they do it for
Are they get?
anybody. Yeah. So
Yeah.
How do you?
Yes.
How do you like this is another thing that I always talk about. How do you like the current playoff format versus the old 1 versus 8?
I like the 1 versus 8 better.
Yeah, me too. You think they're going to change it back?
Not with Gary Bettman, no, not till he's gone.
Why does he like it so much? So you can have divisional.
I think he would admit it was a failure if he would have to go back to 1 through 8.
Yeah.
Although the one, I want to say it was 2023, the seeding, it was either 23 or 24, the seeding was exactly the same as if it would have been a 1 through 8.
I remember seeing that, yeah.
But yes, I like the competitive balance of a 1 through 8 conference system. I always prefer that.
Yeah, because then you get, well, a lot of the times, not always, but you always got that like high-powered Eastern Conference final. Like
Right.
it was nice. It was cool.
And if you got an upset, you get an upset. But
yeah, it was nice seeing the 8 seed beat the 1. You know,
the
happened a lot.
The seeding now with wild cards is sometimes you can get your better matchups, your best matchup in the first round.
Yeah,
and then you kind of get duds in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on how that goes, it's hit or miss in the third round.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like about it. It's like you kind of got like that really happened. Seems like it happens often when you have these really strong quarterfinals.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or whatever you want to call them. And, you know, and then it was just kind of faded away. And then it was like a lot of the times the conference finals are like easy win, you know, like they're going to, you know, guys are going to get right through. So it's like, yeah.
Your first round should be your kind of, I don't want to say layups, but like your 1, 2, 3 seeds shouldn't struggle as much versus, you know, 6, 7, 8 seeds or your bottom seeds. But the way it's set up now, it's, you don't know, like you could get your toughest matchup in your first round.
Yeah. And it was nice watching, like when you did see an 8 seed win, like you were kind of rooting for them. Like they were like the underdog, you know, and it kind of gave you that extra, you know, that boost to want to see them win. Like you always cheer for those guys, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that was it for my questions. I had more, but we're already like almost an hour.
I want to hear. We'll wrap up the Flyers talk. I want to hear your Michkov take. What's going on with that?
So when Taco was hired, I was kind of iffy on the hiring, but I'm not a fan of how he's handling Michkov. I don't think he's getting enough playing time. They said maybe he was hurt, maybe he came in out of shape.
Isn't he just out of shape or something?
That's what they're saying. And they're saying maybe because it was an injury. I really don't know, but regardless, if he should be, as much as I love with the way Zegras has been playing, Michkov should be your priority.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The fans pay to see. He needs to play. Like there's no they could if he's out of shape, regardless. Would he not be on their normal on power play? Like even if he's out.
What line is he on?
So I think they had him on the third line today when I checked DFO's lines.
Oof.
He might have been bumped up to second because Forster got hurt.
And he's not on the power play at all.
At the beginning of the year, he wasn't on the first power play. And I'm like, that's just I don't know if the coach is trying to prove a point.
Well, maybe wasn't he just straight up out of shape though? Like
that's what they said, but we don't I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm like, you're a professional athlete. We're in November.
True.
Now,
yeah.
You should be able to. You should be in shape. Like you should be running first line. Actually, he just scored tonight. So
I saw when I looked, I saw he scored.
He's trying to do the Ovechkin, man.
He's back.
He is, and he's the one. Like I turn it into Zegras. Listen, I don't know. Is Tuckett angry pissed off that he doesn't kill himself on defense? Like, listen, I don't care. He's one. I don't care what you do on defense. I want you to score. Like that's your job, and I want you to be creative with the puck and create offense. And he does that, and he can do that on a half board, along the walls, on a perimeter. Like that's what I want. That's what you're paid for, and that's what your next contract's going to be. I don't care that you're not killing yourself to get back on defense.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, I don't know. I think people were
see where that goes.
Yeah, people were antsy at first, but I'm like, like what I heard, and I kind of like made sense to me was that he was injured and then came in out of shape, and I'm like, it's a long season, so we'll see. You can tell he's still, he looks like Michkov out there. He just a little fat.
He does, and Michkov, like the one I remember in the preseason, like Michkov was on a breakaway, and I think Schaefer like just dogged him, like chased him down. Like Michkov was blue line in, and Schaefer came from the opposite blue line and just caught him, and like steered the puck away. And like Michkov was never a burner, ever.
Yeah, true.
Like, he was never known as a great skater. But what he does,
he's not a very efficient skater at all. He skates like
not an efficient skater, and he's 5'10", so he's not like he doesn't have long strides.
Right.
But what he does better than everybody else, he sees the play better than everybody else.
Exactly.
And Zegras included. He sees the play better than everybody else, and he knows where you're going playing defense before you know where you're going playing defense.
You can tell when you watch him, and he has his flash like moments.
You can't teach it.
Yeah.
So I always just play him, let him go out there, let him make. If he makes a mistake, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Let him make his mistakes.
Yeah.
Dude, his who the hell? I forget who they were playing, but he set up Zegras. One of Zegras. Did Zegras have a game with 2 goals the other day? Who the fuck? I forget who they were playing,
but a nice. He played well. He's been playing well all year.
He came in across the top of the circles and like sniped one, and Michkov set him up on the wall. It was a 2-on-1 on the wall. He like fell over, kicked the puck to his stick, like fed Zegras perfect. It was just, you could just tell like you were saying, he sees things like so
people are calling for it, and I kind of agree. I'm like, they don't want to put they don't want to put Zegras, Michkov, and Tippett together. Like, it seems Tocchet does not want to do that. I'm not sure his reasoning.
I was going to say, why?
I don't know why.
I love Tippett, dude. Yeah.
I like Tippett, too. And he's streaky, and he started off hot, and he cooled down, and everybody calls for his head. But, like, that's just the way he plays.
It's fucking hockey.
It is. People try to make him a player that he's probably not. I love Forster's game. I would love to put
Forster too,
Zegras and Forster together, but until he gets healthy, obviously that can't happen. But
I got you.
I'm very interested to see where they go.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I like I said, I came in. I was I feel like a little more optimistic than most people because I like our players. You know what I'm saying? I think it's about putting them in the right positions and getting the most out of them. So,
Martone. If you guys can catch a game.
Mm-hmm. I see highlights all the time, yeah.
Dude, he is a fucking stud.
What's he? Is he Michigan State or something?
He's from Michigan, Michigan State. So they play Penn State this weekend, which is cool because they play against McKenna.
McKenna.
So he, so far, and I said anybody that's a Flyers fan, root for him to win the national championship this year. Martone, not McKenna. Yeah. Because if he wins it, he's probably, I'd imagine he's signing right away next year, his ELC.
Yeah.
And he would immediately jump in as a Flyers top 6 forward. Right now he's dominating college because if he doesn't win, they could say, hey, we're going to try to run this back so we win next year.
Yeah.
And he is so good, man. He's fucking nasty. As in, he plays a very nasty game. Physical. He's not afraid to get in the corners, not afraid to get in front of the net. People, I think he would do really well with Michkov. Really well with him. And Zegras.
Yeah, I was excited when they drafted him.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good draft. Yep.
Yeah. McKenna's not doing that great, right? For Penn State? I mean, he's doing all right.
I see some flashy highlights, but
it's still way too early.
It's too early.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think it's sick. I think it's sick that he, a guy like that, can go to Penn State. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's so cool. It really is.
At Penn State, the program has really, in the past 10 years, has skyrocketed.
Yeah. Well, because what was the rule before? If you played, OHL or anything in the CHL, you can't play.
If you ever played in the CHL, which
you're technically a pro. Yeah.
The Q and the WHL, you couldn't play college hockey.
Right.
So this past year, they waived that rule.
Yeah.
So you
Which
will
is sick.
see, you will see those guys because college hockey. The thing is, you're playing against, I don't want to say men, but men. Like
Yeah.
some of these guys aren't going to go pro, but they're 23, 24 years old.
Yeah.
They're not. OHL. Your best players are 16. Your top players are 16,
Yeah,
16,
right.
17.
No, I think I just think it's cool too.
It's nice.
for-
It's a pretty cool setup.
Do you think they're McKenna or do you think they're taking any actual college classes? Or are they just playing hockey? There's no chance they're taking classes, right?
Dude, come on, bro. Like this
No
guy's
way.
like the projected #1 overall pick, just going to Penn State. Like the
Yeah.
fuck.
There's no way he's taking classes.
Yeah.
No, he's just there.
Yeah.
He's just there. He'll.
He's
and
just
great.
he's there probably playing. He's probably on the ice
He's
fucking
just
every
there.
day, every single day.
He's-
Yeah.
And he will go. Like he's easily going over. He's going #1
Yeah, exactly.
overall. He's like they're generational, but like even if the Flyers like lucked out on him, he's still a left winger. Like they still didn't solve their center and defense problem.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But it makes somebody
Alrighty.
expendable to solve the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Before we dive into college hockey, let's pivot here a little bit. Let's Maddie, I'm not sure how tuned in you've been with the UAHL, but there's a lot of storylines in the UAHL as well. So we'll pivot over to that. First, real quick, we'll do that. We're bringing back players of the month and stuff. Hopefully you guys are all still with us. But real quick, I wanted to bring up we are giving away a stick or 2 sticks to 2 lucky winners. We just unlocked 10 free bonus entries. So if you've already joined, use the link in this description below. You can still get 10 bonus free entries, or you can go to the shop. You can shop there, get 1 entry for every $1 spent, and we're giving away a hockey stick. So if you need one, I suggest hopping over there and joining. So before we do league updates, Steve, I do want to check in with Jerry again one more time, or one more time at least. Though I got a kick out of the first.
All right, guys, checking in one more time. We're about 2 miles in. Kind of
Jerry's
ventured off
hurt.
a little bit, and can't find my family. So we're, I figure this is a perfect time to just reach out to the community again. Just wanted to, let you know that we're surviving out here. The Yankees, they call us. We've been called the Yankees a few times, and it's very interesting, a little offensive, but we're going to show them how we survive. We conquered them once, we'll conquer them again. But yeah, just wanted to say, keep up the good work, everybody out there, and have a great week, and just have fun out there. But
Wow,
yeah, here we go. All right,
riveting.
Not much more to say about that. Just gotta keep trekking through, find the fam.
Is he going to tell us to suck it, or? Wow, no, riveting. That was a riveting video.
He put his hat backwards. He means business. What is he talking about with the Yankees?
I guess in North Carolina, they consider people above the Mason-Dixon line to be
I think
Yankees.
Maryland, they consider us all Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
they fought.
Anyway.
They fought for the Confederacy in North Carolina.
I think
right?
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Is that why he wants to
All
move
right.
there so bad?
Yes.
Ship them
Oh,
Blaylock
we
as
got
well.
He's
We
got
got,
that Allen skin, man. I don't know.
we got league updates. Steve, we got to make survivor picks. And then I want to do a quick players of the month, at least nomination. So why don't you fill us in on what the hell's been going on since the last time we recorded? I guess last Friday. Or
It
I
was
guess
like-
we'll
yeah,
pick up from the weekend. Yeah.
We posted on Halloween, so we didn't have any Halloween games. But my pick for Rusty Saturday was the Raptors over the South Jersey Dogs, and I got that 8-3 win. Zach
Dogs.
Cobley had 2 goals for the Raptors and got my win. And you guys got the strikes, man. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah. Fuck.
So next up are the Wild Wombats taking on the Dusty Trops. They get a big shootout win over the Dusty Trops. The Wombats started off slow, but looks like they're getting back. The usual suspects scoring for the Wombats, Mr. Phillips and Couchy. So a big Rusty Plus Division matchup. The Corn Stars taking on the Dusty Beavers. I was hoping to see
Saturday night hockey.
more out of the Beavers, but apparently it was close.
No, it was definitely close.
So a 3-1 win. Seemed like a goaltending battle between the two teams. So
It was feisty. It was a feisty battle.
Yeah. Shock is taking on the House of Pain. Dan Smain with 4 goals. Sean Hastings with a goal. 9-1 win over the House of Pain. So Sean wasn't able to play goalie for the House of Pain. So
I was gonna say it's a little bit of like a little bit of a civil war going on. Speaking of
Rusty Sunday, the Eddies keep on rolling on their comeback tour. Bobby Wood with 3 goals, 4-0 against the Moose.
Yeah.
And then the Narwhals taking on the Rusty Wolves. Rusty Wolves started off strong. They're kind of fading out a little bit. I think they're having some lineup issues trying to get guys on the ice. So Narwhals get a big win. Everyone got on the board for the Narwhals. 7 different goal scorers for them. So everyone got a little bit of piece of the action. So that's pretty cool for them.
Yeah, buddy.
Monday, November 3rd, Bullfrogs taking on the Mighty Ducks. I think did you pick the Mighty Ducks, Larry?
Against the Bullfrogs. Yeah.
So I knew that the Bullfrogs have been buzzing this season. So
I know. I thought I was using Matty's technique. I was looking for a bounce back win. I guess.
Yeah. Latour leads the way.
100% of the time.
It works every time.
4-2 win for the Mighty Ducks. Rockets looking to bounce back after a loss to the Hawks. Taking on the Night's Watch. A high-scoring game. I think DeMarco was reffing this game. It was a barn burner, right, man? It was all the Pearsons were involved in the Night's Watch. And then Derek Bush, Invader, with a hat trick, 8-7 win for the Rockets, man. Hawks on a bye this week. So.
Brutal, dude. Brutal.
Yeah, I've been on a bye for a month. So. Paisanos taking on the Moonshine.
This is surprising. I think Paisanos might surprise everyone.
Yeah.
At the end of the season.
Yeah, no Italians this time. Is Scully Italian? Maybe Scully's Italian. I don't know. Is that Italian?
Maybe.
Yeah. It was a 6-5 win for Paisanos over the Moonshine. Close game, but
the Paisanos.
And then I think Jerry picked the Koopas over the Monroe Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies helped me out, man. They got quite a bit of goals. Nick Kuchner with 2. Mr. Tamburo gets 1 on the board. Markovsky.
Who did you pick again?
I picked the Raptors over the Dogs.
Oh, okay. This was this the Blaylock return game? Apparently he was skating very hard in this game, and we were supposed to be impressed by that.
Who did he play for? Who did he play for?
For the Koopas.
Blaylock played for the Koopas?
Yeah, because look, the Koopas, or no, I think the Grizzlies goalie had like 60+ saves or something in this game.
Holy cow.
And Blaylock was like, oh, I was moving out there or something. We were like, wow, dude. Cool, bro.
Cheeseburger in front of him.
Is that right?
I mean, it could be. I've seen that before.
66 saves for Bobby Kennedy, the goalie.
Yeah, and apparently, I guess his name's not on the sheet, but Blaylock has returned from a broken wrist.
So
he's back.
Blaylock didn't play for the Hawks Bronze Plus team.
No, he was playing for the Koopas.
The farm team. He didn't play for the farm team, which we were going to send him down anyway.
No, I think we were sending him down to Hawks Bronze because they have they're having roster issues, and Blaylock has to work his way back up anyway. So
well, Hawks Bronze Plus did play the Sharks. For anyone who doesn't know, Matty was one of the OG Hawks.
Yes,
the very first.
Right.
Yes. So Kevin Magnan made his return because the Hawks are on bye, so he was able to play. And
one day I'm going to come out of retirement.
Yeah,
for the Bronze boys.
You got a spot.
They could use you, I'm sure.
I live at the rink too much as it is now.
Yeah. At least it's at night, Get you a late game. But Hawks Bronze with a 7-3 win over the Sharks. Big win for them. Kevin with 2 goals. The Otters taking on the Thundercats. So this was I don't know if it's a surprise, but the Otters are so streaky.
That was definitely a surprise.
Yeah. Otters are up and down. Thundercats, the defending champions. Stephen Linville on the board. Robert Lucier gets 2. 6-5 win for the Cats. Tonight, we have the Warriors taking on the Dad Bods. It is 10:30 p.m. as of right now, it is 3-1 Warriors. So see how that turns
live
out.
update, a little live check-in.
Yeah.
How about that?
Friday, we got the Blue Chew Bulldogs taking on the Tropics. Juggernauts taking on the Frogs. Rusty Saturday, we got the Dusty Beavers taking on the Shakas. Raptors taking on the Wolves. Trops taking on the Corn Stars. Wombats taking on the Moose. And then on Sunday, Narwhal's taking on the House of Pain. And Yeti's taking on the South Jersey Dogs. So we got to make our picks.
The Dogs. I was going to say, you got a little, want to take a little second here to make a pick? Because...
Well, we have next week, too, right? So,
yep.
Monday, we have the Bullfrogs
Saturday
taking on the Night's Watch. Multi-Ducks, Rain City, Militia, Rockets. Jerry took the Militia over the Rockets already. Juggernauts and Warriors on Tuesday. And I think we'll go up to Wednesday. Grizzlies taking on the Sharks. Otters taking on the Cougars. A couple good games there.
Yeah. I mean, you can pick through next Friday, but yeah. Interesting. I don't know. You have any? You got a pick?
Do I have a pick?
You got a pick for us?
I'm gonna take the Hawks Bronze over.
Oh, you
the
son of a
Dad
bitch!
Bod.
I was literally just about to say that. I was literally just about to say that. All right, we got a. I know I already used this joke, but we got Thundercats in a bounce back position, as Matty would call it. Juggernauts are hot. Juggernauts are hot. Interesting. I'm gonna stay out of Rusty. I'm too close at Rusty. I'm gonna go with the Juggernauts.
Juggernauts over the Warriors.
Juggernauts over the Warriors, and then you got Hawks Bronze over the Dad Bods.
Yes.
And then Jerry took what? Militia over the Rockets, and we all have one strike.
Yep.
Okay.
All
right, let's
Matty,
rock
you're
and roll.
taking whoever Blaylock's playing on the other team, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
I would go there just to boo him.
He did. He had to make his return back from a broken wrist.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He broke like the little fucking metacarpals in your wrist, dude. You can fucking peel that in a week, dude. A big baby.
Little tape
Yeah, and then we're all supposed to cheer him on for skating hard in his
Great
return.
job. Lieutenant Dan got up and walked out of his wheelchair.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Good God. Yeah, I did miss Blaylock. I will say that. Great locker room guy.
Hey, locker room guy.
He is, yes. He takes all the heat off everybody else.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
All right, what do we got?
All right. I do want to do. I think last season we kind of tabled players of the month. We got a few. Obviously, we haven't taken a look at our statistical leaders, but we do keep stats here at the U. So, Robert Lucier on the Red Hot Juggernauts is our league leader right now in points with 20. Yeah, so I wanted to quickly take a look at some of these guys, and we'll do players of the month for each division. I'm not sure, real quick. One goalie in particular is leading the league in wins. That's Brian Leeds of the Rusty Plus division.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Leeds. Looks like save percentage Noah. Or hold on, is that on? Let me look at real quick because Noah's on the Otters. I don't know if it says the save percentage on there is 1,000, but that's incorrect. So
He's only got one game in. That's why.
Yeah, I think he's played multiple, but it might have read stats from. Yeah, it looks like it was reading his Juggernaut stats. So, yeah. But
Aiden Zingler's doing pretty
I was
well.
gonna say
too.
Aiden obviously playing well. Him and Leeds both above 90 save percentage.
Yeah, 2 shutouts for Aiden so far this season. So it's pretty good.
I'll tell you what, the Yetis play some good defense in front of him too.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as Rusty Plus goes, I think a goalie will probably be at the top of the board there.
Yeah, most of them are.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got, Larry?
I want to go with Leeds in particular because the Corn Stars are undefeated.
Yeah.
The Corn Stars are undefeated, so I'm going to go with him as far as a Player of the Month nomination. As far as bronze goes, we got Bobby Strauss leading the way. 2 Thunder Kittens leading the way. Bobby Strauss playing well, but
yeah.
And then you got Lucier too. Like I said, the Chuggernauts are hot, but probably be Bush. Bush. What's the Invaders record?
I think they're like third seed, 4-2.
Yeah.
And 1. So doing pretty well.
Yeah, we got a few teams who are running hot in October. Hawks Bronze Plus. Bob Davis is probably top of the score sheet every game he plays for Hawks Bronze Plus.
Yeah.
They're running hot. And then Silver. Oh God. Guess who's at the top for Silver?
Bobby Buns. Robert Pascal, you know.
Bobby Buns.
Look at that.
Buns.
Bobby No Buns.
Yeah.
There's a couple Hawks on the top there. And then Nesper.
Nesper's got 12 goals for the season.
Yeah,
Luke Viola.
He's a handful
too, for the games that he's
certainly
played.
is.
So are you.
I love
He certainly is. Yeah, Hawks are buzzing. Hawks are buzzing.
All
Yeah,
right.
Luke's fun to have out there. He's a microwave on offense. But I'll tell you what, we'll leave it at that. We have some nominations. We're bringing back Players of the Month. Winner will get a $50 gift card to the UHL shop, and we're bringing it back. So I guess that's basically we can wrap it up here. I do want to play Jerry's last video since we watched the first two. We might as well watch the last one. Hopefully this one's a little bit better than the last, but we'll see.
All right, here we go.
Final check-in. I don't even know if they're going to play this, but I just wanted to update you guys that found the family, finally made it up to the Apex. Look at that. It's beautiful. We made it back up to the top. But we're calling it for the day, so I just wanted to fill you guys in. Was hoping to see some bears, just a couple squirrels, maybe some deer. But, nevertheless, it was a lot of fun. We had a great day. Family's safe. I'm safe. Let's go. All right, guys. Peace.
Yeah, there's not a lot of.
He literally said, "I made it up to the apex," and showed a hill. It was like a fucking 10-foot hill
Yeah, just,
in the woods. It
literally
wasn't
just the
even like
woods.
a mountain. Dude. It was
I
just
know.
a fucking big hill.
He's a lot of breath too. Jesus Christ,
Yeah, he's so dramatic, dude.
he is.
He couldn't have
That's what
found
he
like
does
a
best.
mountain or like a fucking cliff to go.
He
stand.
might be, but like you said, like the video he just showed, it looks like he was on flat land in the woods. But
It looks like he
whatever.
walked in my woods. In my fucking yard.
Literally, yeah, it looks like he's in your backyard.
Yeah, Jesus. All right.
Alrighty. Real quick before we wrap it up, I just want to say make sure you join in on the giveaway. Make sure if you want to join our guru Matty for daily fantasy and obviously the UHL daily fantasy, check out the link in the description. Join the giveaway. Make sure you're subscribed on all channels at UHL Hockey. And Matty, it's been a pleasure. We'll do this
Thanks,
again
man.
for sure.
Let me know if we get good feedback. We can do maybe do like a Olympics mid-season
Oh,
preview.
100%.
Yeah.
No, I'd like to regroup before that. Depending on, obviously, we were talking before the show. Obviously, your schedule's pretty jam packed with hockey as it is, but I'd like to regroup before that. Obviously, the idea is to kind of bring some guys together and get this daily fantasy thing running, and I think there's a lot of room for some buy-in
Sounds
there.
good.
So hopefully we can make a little bit more of a regular thing out of some NHL updates, but we'll see what happens.
Yep.
But other than that, go Flyers.
Yeah.
All right,
Flyers.
boys.
Looking all
Thanks,
right.
Matty. It's a pleasure.
Anytime.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, appreciate you, buddy. All right, that's all I got, boys.
All right.
All right, boys.
You
We good? We out of here?
Yeah,
All right, that
later
end
on.
button. Later.
Long one.